There once lived a widow. Her husband had been one of the prophets who served God. He feared the Lord, but he died suddenly, and now the woman was left alone with 2 sons. They had nothing. No food, no money, nothing at all. One day, the woman ran to the prophet Elisha. Her eyes were filled with tears as she cried out, "My husband, your servant, is dead. You know that he feared the Lord. But now the creditor has come to take my 2 sons as slaves because we cannot pay the debt." Elisha looked at her with compassion and said, "What do you want me to do for you? Tell me, what do you have in your house?" The woman shook her head slowly and whispered, "I have nothing, except a small jar of olive oil." Elisha smiled gently. "Go," he said, "borrow empty jars from all your neighbors. As many as you can. Do not gather just a few." The woman quickly rushed out with her sons. They knocked on every door in the neighborhood. "Do you have any empty jars? Can we borrow them?" Some neighbors gave 1. Others gave 2 or 3. Soon, they had a big collection of empty jars. When they returned home, Elisha told her, "Go inside with your sons, and shut the door. Then start pouring oil from your small jar into the empty ones." She did exactly as the prophet said. Inside her house, with the door closed, her sons lined up the jars. She picked up her little jar of oil and began to pour. To her amazement, the oil kept flowing. She filled 1 jar. Then another. And another. Still, the oil kept coming. Her small jar never ran out. Her sons kept bringing more jars, and she kept pouring. The room was soon filled with jars full of oil. Not a single jar was left empty. Finally, she turned to her son and said, "Bring me another jar." But he replied, "There are no more jars, mother." And just like that, the oil stopped flowing. The woman hurried back to Elisha and told him everything. He smiled and said, "Go and sell the oil. Pay your debt, and you and your sons can live on the rest." And that is how God turned her small jar of oil into a miracle. He saved her sons, paid her debt, and gave her more than enough. God is able to do the impossible. When we obey Him and trust His word, He turns little into plenty. Just like the widow, you may feel like you have nothing. But if you give what you have to God, He will bless it. The same God who provided for that woman is the same God today. He still works miracles. He still answers when we cry to Him.